Welcome back to 4 Geeks by Geeks, the place where geeks come to geek out. This is your next session of Cloudscape, a homebrew campaign that we are building using the Fate core system. A really great system made by Evil Hat. Check it out, or watch the show and kind of learn how to play, or learn not what to do. I'm Bozer. How are you guys doing tonight?
Hey, I'm Josh.
Good.
I'm here.
I'm Britt.
I'm Austin.
I'm disappointed.
We broke him already.
It's T. It's T. Don't believe him.
I get him.
I knew it'd get him. I love when you guys point to the boxes, because how we're set up here is may or may not be how you're set up.
T's gonna be here. T's gonna be here. I know it.
Oh,
I have
really?
a feeling.
Okay.
1 second.
Oh.
He's there now.
Manifest it.
Manifest. If we were smart, we would just always be in the same order, and then it would stay. But
If only someone had control over that.
If only somebody who likes to be in control is just not in control right now.
I like to
We'll
be
Google
in
it
control
when we
of
get
certain things. Some things I'm like, not my problem. But if this is your first time, thanks for hanging out. This is episode 9 of this campaign. You can always go back and check out the rest of the campaign on YouTube or podcast, or just jump in right now and learn along with us. You'll have a lot of
Let's
questions.
be honest, you've only missed like 1 day's worth of lore. So it's
Honestly.
difficult to get caught up.
Honestly. Seriously, it's been a 2-day story so far. This is wild. But
We're doing this in real time.
yeah, it feels like it. 1 hour at a time. It's like a season of 24. Are you guys ready?
So ready.
There's a lot of stressy things going on in my body. But let's kick off tonight's episode of Cloudscape. Time on Cloudscape. All of you were reeling after the hit on the government storehouse with some ex-super-powered human that was a secret weapon gifted to Sigurd's Reach by the Gold family. And as you are escaping that with the news that Nan is now missing, Sirkin crashed the car, so you had to walk. You all kind of spread in different directions. No one told Wayland where you were going, so he had to get back into Theo. He fought a phone cord for a minute or two, and eventually found a collection of burner phones at Theo's place, calls Theo and finds out that Nan is missing and catches up to them. Then Theo directed Al to get a car so that they could make their way over to Sirkin, who, using his intuition, decided that Haven, the Gold family's guard dog, must be behind some of this. So he went over to his penthouse, called in a bomb threat, maybe murdered a light guard or a security officer, shot another, intimidated the shit out of him, and got up to Haven's, where he found it was empty, though he did find a store of some X, some weapons, and a picture of himself with Kit in maybe a too familiar fashion for the Gold family. After the rest of the crew caught up and Theo used his connection and his golden mouth to get past the light guards that were now on the scene. Yeah, Cannon, you have a golden mouth. The rest of you snuck in the back, and there was a confrontation between Kit and Sirkin, because on the mirror in Kit's apartment was labeled "Tick-tock, Sirkin, tick-tock." Not the app.
Not the app. Not the app.
Not
the
sponsored.
app. I'm gonna lose my
Sorry.
mind.
Sorry, I need to change a note real quick.
And we left you all headed back towards Theo's to discuss next steps, catch up on some things, get on the same page before the light guard moved you to a holding facility.
Okay.
That's where we pick up today. So you guys are what? You're on your way to Theo's, or you're back at Theo's?
I'd say unless anyone has anything to do, like I'm fine with just jumping to
Yeah.
Theo's place.
Theo's gonna walk through the front door. What the fuck happened to Tabitha's desk?
I mean, we got more important things to worry about
Is
right
that
now.
why you had wire hanging from your hook?
I think we have more important things to talk about right now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to explain this to Tabitha because I'm not doing it.
The scaredest he's ever been right now. Saw someone moving things with their mind. Okay. Shit, dude. I actually feel like I'm in, like, Wayland is like pretty tilted. Like, he's been trying to like keep his composure and stuff, but this just keeps getting more and more frustrating, and feels like we're getting further and further away, especially from his goal. So I think I'm just going to sit at the bar. I'm not going to worry about pouring a drink or anything like that and imposing on that, but I'm just going to sit at the bar, and I'm going to need a minute.
Have you guys eaten?
No, I haven't, and I'm
Let's go
I'm
talk in the
walking
kitchen,
behind.
And
I'm
Theo is
walking behind the bar.
gonna head towards the kitchen and flip on the light.
It's now past about 3 a.m. Just as a note.
Yep, I'm pouring a drink for sure.
Until everyone is settled together, Sirkin sits in silence and stares. And if you look at him, you can see his eyes moving around like he's moving pieces in his head.
Theo's gonna start cooking.
I'm gonna. So kids, everybody have a. I don't. Did everybody have a an eventful night? Cause, boy, do I have some things to share.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure where we start with this one, but knowing how Kit is feeling, Sirkin, let's start talking.
Where should I begin?
Kid at this point is gonna walk into the kitchen and where's your knives? And look at Theo. I thought I'd help cook.
Theo needs to roll insight. That's a 3.
So, yeah, you read her intention. What is your
Yeah, so I think typically you can like roll like
deception
against, or you can choose to just like let him be able to understand what you're going. Like
Okay,
it's like
yeah.
if you're choosing to contest that and be deceptive, or if you're just anyway.
Yeah, so your choice, Britt. Are you honest
no, I'm not
about, or are you trying to hide
I'm
something?
being honest. I was
Okay.
like, I need to keep my hands busy. Please. Let me
Theo
help.
nods over to his wall where he's got like the metallic like magnet knife
Nice.
rack where they're all just kind of lined up.
And then she's gonna grab and like just some produce and just she's gonna start chopping, but like aggressively. So you like hear it chomp, and she's gonna stare at Sirkin the entire time.
Those are really nice knives. Please don't damage them.
I thought we were about to do something else. Sorry, this is used for something else.
Start from the beginning, Sirkin.
Well, my mother and my father.
I was born young.
Do you really say that?
No, not at all. No,
I think that Theo could really bring some consequences physically to you.
All right. I was hired by the Golds to find Tobias Pfeiffer. It is alleged he stole the recipe for the next level of X. He reaches in his coat and he pulls out the one vial he took from Haven's place. Because, if I'm not mistaken, this looks different than normal X. Correct?
It looks similar.
It just looks a little off.
And X comes in so many various forms. But yeah, there's something slightly different about this one.
Yeah. I believe this has something to do with it. So I was tasked with tracking down Tobias. Last night I was set to meet a family member at the Hammered Glass.
God, that was last night.
Imagine my surprise when Kit walked in. From there, I had a meeting with Kieran Gold, where I established firmly that I would handle this, and he was to keep his hands off. My associate Haven may have decided to take things into his own hands to prove his self-worth. So I've implicated him as a terrorist.
Let's be honest here, Sirkin. Did Haven do this on his own accord, or is Kieran still pissed about? And Theo just looks at Wayland.
Sirkin takes the photo and holds it so he shows only Theo, because I feel like Theo will understand what that meant for Kieran to see that.
Okay.
And then I put it back without showing everybody else.
Sirkin, you're kind of the root of everything right now.
May I be candid?
It's a weird place to stop, so yeah.
It has come to my attention recently that my family's servitude of the Golds was never voluntary. With that information, the invisible leash around my neck became solid. I don't like that. This job was to get me one step closer to my freedom.
So Haven's plan is kidnap a random person's grandmother to strong arm you into finding information faster. I thought you trained him. Is he just this dumb?
No.
May I remind you?
Yeah, the idea is that he wants Sirkin to still be under the foot of the Gold family.
And I trained the man who now has the mother of the person we're looking for.
And you have no idea where he is.
I went to his apartment. From there, I can think of a handful of locations he might have taken her to.
Kit, your father was a mechanic?
Yep.
What did he do before that?
He's always been a mechanic. Mechanics run in the family.
No, mechanics drive. What?
No, they don't. They gotta fix it first.
Why would Kieran think a mechanic would have anything to deal with X? You don't even work on new vehicles.
Well, Kit's gonna put down the knife and wipe her hands and the shop started losing money with the new cars and the new technology, and people started upgrading, which meant less and less cars for us to fix. While my grandfather was still alive, and she's gonna get, emotional. He and Dad tried very hard to keep the family together. Food on the table, house over our head. And my dad, for some reason, thought it would be a good idea to start implementing X. In which way? I don't really know how. towards the end of him leaving, or before he left, I started seeing more people hanging around the shop. And what I mean by people is not, you know, suits like you. And he points to Sirkin and you. He points to Theo. Well-to-do people. People that we don't see coming through the shop quite often. And Dad became secretive. And he became mean. And then my grandfather passed. And it just went downhill from there.
So things get... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and then one day, he was gone.
Can I roll experience to see if the attitude changes were like symptoms of withdrawals? Something I would be familiar with?
Sure. Or you could actually roll... You could roll experience if you want, or lore.
Lore. They're both a +1.
All right.
So that is a -2.
Yeah, there's no clear tie, at least that you're thinking of now.
He could also just be a drunk. That's a good point.
I say this very cautious with you having knives in your hand. It sounds like things got bad, and your father may have took it upon himself to take some jobs. And once Kieran gets his claws in you, there's no escaping. Kit, I feel like I should give you an out, because if you continue down the path that the rest of us live, it's not really a lifestyle that's ever abandoned. You're not in it yet.
You mean just walk away from everything right now? The Nan
You'll
situation?
get your answers, I can promise you that. But you can step away yourself before it's too late for you to return.
Although your father will most assuredly be dead.
She's gonna give the nastiest look, like, to Sirkin.
It's a statement of fact. Without you, the likelihood of his death increases. We need her if we're going to get him to come with us. And the only way we keep him out of the Gold's hands is if he is with us.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess I've been kind of scribbling Wayland's thoughts just like on a napkin or whatever, and basically.
Which hand did you use?
My left hand, so it looks like shit. It looks like shit for sure. But actually, I was using really simple speech actually in it as well. So it's like less word. It's like shorthand. Basically, it's like Nan equals leverage, Toby equals goal. Right? If it's Haven versus Sirkin, then this is how I see it. If we get Nan now, then Kit is happy. But then it's the Golds versus us.
Not happy. It's happy face.
Yeah, it's a smile. And then it's like, but then I say, on the other hand, if they keep Nan as leverage, then we are free to get Toby ourselves. And then it's just a matter of rescuing Nan like we were going to anyway. Now, I'm under no volition to tell anyone how to live their lives, and if getting your Nan back is the utmost priority, then that is a possibility for us to get her back. However, we are branding ourselves directly against the most powerful people in this city. So, we play their game up until the end, where we have the leverage, right? And then we get Nan back ourselves, like we were going to try to do anyway. How does that sound?
Well, we are Also ignoring the fact there is a terrorist cell also sprinkled into all of this.
I'm not ignoring that fact. I'm saying this very simple objective of just Nan being the Nan factor. Just talking about the Nan factor here, the Nan issue. Just to make that crystal clear, those are the two options we have.
I have reason to believe Nan is more than capable of handling her own.
Haven is a dog, and I mean that in nearly every sense. Time is not in our favor. We either find Tobias or we find Haven, but a decision has to be made before we step 1 foot out of this room.
And that's Kit's decision to be made.
Sirkin turns to Kit also. I'm waiting.
How about you guys give her a second? Let's all give her. We don't need to be staring at her as she makes. I'm not staring like this.
Kit's gonna continue to cook because it's therapeutic. Because it brings comfort because that's what her and Nan used to do. So. And Kit's just not gonna talk. Kit's gonna sit and mull.
Al, you've been strangely quiet through all of this.
Well, that's a whole movie in and of itself that you guys got yourselves into.
I forgot he was here.
Yeah, he's
I was behind the bar, like.
He's just getting loaded on Theo's fucking liquor.
But I just saw some of the craziest things, and you're over here talking about trying to contest the Gold family, and from what I saw earlier, I don't think there's any sort of chance we have against some of the stuff they got hiding.
What are you talking about? There's nothing in the apartment. What scared you in the apartment?
No. I had another thing to deal with before you called me.
Oh, you guys missed that because of the sniper scope.
Yeah.
Or because of the shooting thing.
Yep.
Right?
Well,
So
I'm alluding to it. I don't think me personally don't know you came with.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was inching towards, was trying to bring everything full circle.
Let's just say, Wayland, I did go and help an old friend out, and they were successful, and let's just say they have some big guns that they were given.
Although you did fail to get that guard, Wayland, I had to take care of that myself.
I could have used him, by the way.
Wayland, I'm not looking to face with the Gold family. They have some of the scariest shit I've ever seen.
Wait, did you also?
I was there, yeah. I lost you, though. You were trained well.
And you, and I'll look at Circuit, you? Wait.
On top of the parking garage. I wanted to see the show.
Honestly.
Awesome. So, you saw big scary floaty bitch?
I did indeed. And if I'm...
I don't think Theo did, so what?
It is a lot to explain, but picture how do I put it? Picture like a hospital patient, right? But then the hospital patient is throwing people around a courtyard
11?
with their mind. There's no TikTok. There's no Netflix. Okay, we're playing a game.
What streaming service do we have in this universe?
Freevee, and that's it.
Oh,
Wait,
man.
Isn't that a real one?
Did Blockbuster survive?
There's one Blockbuster.
It's down on the planet's surface. Go find it.
Okay.
New side quest
Wait,
unlocked.
no, man, I feel so stupid now because I can't remember if I did see it or not.
You guys had a disadvantage of the vantage
Think
point.
you
But
did.
I don't think
you
you
guys-
you two did.
you could
Just
see
because of the
people
angle.
flying.
Oh, that's right, because there was stuff in the way. We couldn't see what caused it. We just saw bodies. We saw something intense happening.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like camping.
Mhm, that's right.
Oh wait, no,
One more
he is
time,
here.
it'll
That's
be
right.
funny.
He is here. That's
There
right.
you go. Yeah.
Okay, what was I saying? Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to. I'm not gonna go busting down their doors. All right. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it quietly.
So
Like
it sounds
how you wanted to bust through that door earlier tonight.
All right, listen, kid. It was noisy in there. We were gonna bust in anyway. I was just gonna break the lock. We don't have to talk about that. I'll bust your fucking lock.
Kinky.
So a war is coming with Kieran, and Theo has a very hard time like hiding that smile. How deep in is Sigurd's reach? Can they be reacquired?
There, from the conversations that I had, I don't think there's any. They're the gold's lapdog.
Yeah, but Araya's a fool and he doesn't know anything.
Exactly why they're able to.
Replacing him would not be a difficult task. And Theo's going to look at Wayland to see mask response to that.
Are you still wearing the mask?
Yes, comfy.
And that's why you always call Truman.
Yeah, that kid is he's getting dethroned. If I have any say in it.
All right, so just quick checklist here. Save Nan. Find Tobias. /save, depending. Find the knights and figure out what they're doing. All right. Anybody else need to add to this checklist?
I need someone to fix my car.
I mean, I don't know what happened, but
Theo does, though.
This is I guess this really goes beyond Kit and Outs. This goes to all of you. Shit's about to kick off. We're either in this or we're not.
Can't tie me to nothing.
And it sounds like Al is out. Anybody else?
I'm all in.
yeah, I'm in.
This
This is in my backyard.
I'm not in. My toes are touching the water though.
Don't know what that means. Kit, how are you feeling? Also, Britt, what are we making?
I don't know. I was just cutting shit.
Grabbed a bunch of produce, so I don't know.
Well, I'm
3 a.m.
assuming, like,
stew.
kinda like
Yeah.
onions, peppers, stuff like that. Like I
Hot
don't
pot,
know.
hot pot, hot pot, hot pot.
All right, we're
Some
making
cold
a hot
pizza.
pot.
That's Wayland. That's Wayland smashing on the bar. Hot, 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 hot.
Mom!
Okay. We need to get some sleep, and I need to kick some ass in the morning, in the evening, tomorrow.
Oh shit, we still have to do that too. Jesus Christ.
Well, hopefully Toby's there.
That's the idea.
All right. Also, what day is it? When's my date /meeting /
That was on a Monday, wasn't it?
I thought it was a
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday. Oh, I'm way off.
So Yeah,
Today,
on
Wednesday.
Thursday, I think you got
I'm
like
still very excited for this scene, so I will be keeping track of days.
it's third. You got 3 days.
Okay.
Today's Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Monday, one day, Tuesday, Wednesday, when, where, what day? Thursday, the third day.
Friends
Yeah,
reference for
reference.
you at home.
Ah,
Thank you.
Got it.
Joey
got it.
Tribbiani.
Got it.
Yep, thank you.
Sirkin approaches Kit, but at a safe distance, because he has
Reaches out
has-
his arm to measure.
yeah. Well, he
She's
just
stop. She's gonna stop chopping and hold the knife just like this.
and he's gonna speak so that it's clear this is only for her.
Theo grabs a towel in case blood is spilled.
When we first crossed paths, I watched you break your grandmother's foot to save her life. What is necessary of you is to show that same bravery for where she is now. And I give you my word. Anything inflicted upon her will be revisited upon Haven in due course.
How is Sirkin standing? Because she's behind like an island shopping. Is he like on the other side?
Yeah, on the other side, just standing straight up.
Like a parliament
down.
building, so that's why they have the
A distance you can't lunge from, I guess.
yeah.
Where's his hands?
At my sides.
Like
Um,
always, weirdo.
No, I lean
Yeah.
forward.
You're just
So
sitting-
Are
I'll
your
put them
hands
on
on
the-
the table? Are your hands
Yes,
on the table?
I've leaned dangerously close to you as I say
right.
these things.
Can I roll intimidation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Knife game.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a second.
And then depending on the roll, Sirkin, I'll let you decide how you are reacting.
I'm going to invoke Sirkin's requirement that everybody has to justify for their sins, and I feel like Sirkin would take it.
Overconfidence, baby.
All right. I'm going to
Yup.
invoke bite is bigger than the bark,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going
Goes
to
to
take the
intimidate,
knife.
stabs his hand.
Nope, she's not stabbing his hand. She's gonna stab between his fingers.
You
She's
missed.
just gonna stare at him.
You missed, you fucking psychopath.
And then
You've
so
already
he pulls
got it
his hand.
clean.
He pulls his hands away slowly from the knife.
And she's gonna
Now
grab
to
his
his
hand.
heads.
Oh.
Nope, she's gonna grab his hand and stare him in the face.
Oh god.
And then, like, let go, grab the knife, and continue to chop.
Hell yeah. My hands stay there until I'm sure you're done with them. And then I remove
And I'm
them.
gonna lose eye contact and continue chopping.
I believe we're all on the same page now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm satisfied. We'll eat whatever food is gonna be
Mhm.
eaten, and then I'm gonna sleep and I'm gonna rest up for the big fight.
I'm gonna assume Theo has some other spare rooms. Like something for us to stay here, maybe?
Oh,
Take
he's
a cat nap on the couch in the waiting room.
nice. It's like a love seat though, so it's like slightly too small. You have to have your feet over the.
Hey,
I go
that's
into
actually
the-
comfortable. I love that.
I go into that cold secret room that we had the terrorists tied up in, and I just sleep on the floor in there behind the wall. In the
Like a
dark.
cat.
Psychopath.
I'm safe
Gross.
and alone. Use tongue next time.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh
Hell
man,
yeah.
guys.
All right, Theo. So
Hey.
everybody's eating your food and crashing in your place, strewn about in different rooms.
Theo is gonna probably have to clean up the mess that Wayland and Sirkin made when they fought
Kit-
in the.
Uh huh.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, we
Kit
didn't
is-
have time to clean that up.
that's right.
Kit is like just like, you know, ingrained is just gonna start like cleaning up dinner, tidying, just overall tidying.
You
Because-
should probably go to bed.
No. And she's just gonna continue to.
No sleep till man comes back.
I somehow feel I shouldn't have left her alone. I decided to go with you guys, knowing very well that I should have made the roast that Nan wanted, and
The only thing
I
that
shouldn't-
would have accomplished was you being taken as well. Your feelings right now are justified, and I don't say this as a slight against you, but how well do you think you could take somebody like Sirkin one-on-one? I can't even guarantee that Haven went in on his own. Haven's a goon. How many do you think you could handle by yourself before you get overwhelmed, hurt, killed, taken? 1, 2?
Skip a few.
It gets a lot more difficult when you're no longer just defending yourself, but you're trying to defend another person. At least in this circumstance, you have the ability to fight back with people in your corner.
you're right.
But you're going to have to get cool, real cool with a lot of shit real fast.
It's gonna get bumpy.
I say that so seriously. There's a very unwritten rule where you can't tell anybody what's about to happen, what happens post. You will not be able to discuss any of this with anybody outside of who was in the circumstance. You don't go talk to Nan. You don't talk to the light guards. You don't talk to a lawyer. It's, we are now your confidants, and that is it.
Fine. I need clothes. I'm not wearing this.
Upstairs, second closet on the right, there's a walk-in. Take whatever fits.
Thanks.
Scott,
And she's gonna slip her boots off and like put them nicely by the door, and she's going to tiptoe upstairs.
At least somebody in this fucking place has respect as he looks at the rest of the fucking fools lounged around.
Oh, my shoes are on, and I am on that couch.
I feel like I've just been sleeping like on your roof or something. Like,
Just a
like if there's like a
balcony
little,
cat.
like if there's like a little like a
A pigeon coop. on the
covered,
roof.
yeah, like a little covered part. I just like kind of sleep.
Theo's gonna lock up and then probably sleep in Tabitha's chair, leaned back with his feet up on the desk.
All right, so it's after 3 by the time that you guys finally make your way to a resting place. And if you want like at least a full-ish rest, that's probably going to get you to 11 or 12 the next morning. And the fight is scheduled tonight at some point. That's all you know. And you know where it is. The day is yours.
Okay, the only thing that Wayland definitely wants to do to like be like head in the game is I want to put the bands on and see what that does for me. I want to attune to these bands. The bands of punch.
I need
about
the
my,
scene
punching
of Wayland justifying his mess of Tabitha's desk when she comes into the office that morning.
Yeah, we can throw that in as well.
And
So
that's,
you need like a tableau where you just like picture it.
but that's it's a good point, because though you might want to sleep until 11 or 12, Tabitha shows up on time.
Yeah, no, Theo probably wouldn't sleep in. Theo would be up and working with Tabitha to see what she has on the books.
Kit wouldn't be sleeping either.
So about 9 o'clock, just before 9 o'clock, you hear at the front door. And Tabitha waddles her way in. And she sees Alsved sleeping on a couch. Oh, what the fuck? Theo! Are you at the desk at that point, or are you up and around, Theo?
Theo would probably be up and around at that point.
Theo!
What?
There's a man
Why?
sitting here!
Stop yelling.
Yeah, and there's Sirkin over there, Wayland's on the roof, and Kit's somewhere.
Oh my god, we have a hostel now! Is this what this is? Is this a secondary income?
Wouldn't be the first time we've had people crash here if they had nowhere else to go.
This is
I'd also
becoming
like
a
to
lot.
point out you guys pay me, I don't pay you.
Get your shoes off my fucking couch, and Theo's gonna throw his legs.
And what the hell happened to my desk?
You gotta talk to Roof Boy about that one.
Roof Boy's about to be floor boy in a second. It's all a mess. Scratches all over. What is? And she holds up like the phone cord that's like, no, replaced.
I don't have an answer. Again, you're gonna have to. He won't tell me. I'm hoping you can get an answer out of him.
Jesus. Well, I need a phone to work.
Can Kit come down the stairs and like hear what's happening and fix it for her?
You can try.
Nice.
Okay.
So, what's Kit wearing when she comes down the stairs at this point?
Probably sweatpants. I'm guessing like that's what she found, like sweatpants and like a shirt.
To clarify,
of
these
some
are all
Wait,
going
wait.
to be Theo's
Are
ex's
you-
clothes.
Are you
Nice.
maybe around the
I was
same
about to-
size as his goddaughter? Because didn't Tabitha go like get stuff for her?
Ooh, that's
She thought
true,
she was gonna
too.
Stay there.
Probably.
I was gonna say they're her
probably.
Tabitha's
Yeah.
clothes.
They're all too
Well, that's
short and way
funny,
too
too.
wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember during the scuffle, I was around the same size as Leona.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So probably that.
You've got some of her clothes on, and that catches Kit or Tabitha's attention. She looks up. Oh, sweetheart, Theo, who is this? What the fuck are you doing here with these roustabouts?
I just told you Kit was somewhere. There she is.
Kit,
Can
has she met
Can I
Kit?
help?
No, she hasn't met
That's-
Kit.
That's the Pfeiffer's daughter.
And she just comes over, grabs your hands. Look at you. Oh, I'm glad at least somebody's wearing these clothes. I keep washing them.
Limp biscuit on the chest.
Keep washing clean clothes.
Yes, they get musty. All right. I don't want them sitting there. She comes to stay one night, and she's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Is that why these always smell so good?
Oh, yes. Oh, magically your clothes just smell good. It must be magic, huh?
Yeah,
No,
I don't
somebody
know.
does some work around here.
Glad
That's
somebody
not
did.
fair. It's not
I'm
fair.
glad somebody does.
Are you an electrician, honey doll?
Mechanic, but potato, you know.
Wiring is wiring.
Yeah, have at it. I don't know the first thing. I just needed to call.
Do you want me to roll crafts?
Yeah.
It's the only time it's ever going to be used.
No.
3.
Maybe.
God, I'm gonna make Kit build us so much stuff.
Dude, I can't wait for all my custom hooks.
Right?
So with a 3, really what happened was the phone, it got a little frayed. And you're able to, you find some tape and you kind of bring it back together, and you even, there's a little cord, but then there's one big cord wrapped inside the casing, and you find a way to connect that, and you test it a little bit and pick up the phone, and eventually you get a dial tone. And so you wrap it nice and snug.
He really should replace this, but this will do you till he gets his act together. And
Don't
she
let her.
smirks. And she smirks like.
Don't let her
just
lie to you. She
poking.
buys whatever she wants whenever she wants.
This one, I like her. I like this one. What you need, darling? What can I get you?
I'm good.
My
I'm-
dad.
Oh. Oh no.
Little do you know that Kit hates her father and doesn't really care.
Explains why she's here.
Can you show me where I can find stuff to make breakfast?
Yeah, come. Say no more. And she like goes past Theo. Move. She's so happy to have a young woman to take care of in Liana's absence. Tabby, you would know, doesn't have any kids. She kind of raised you-ish as your nanny, and then hired after you.
There's no ish, 100%.
Yeah.
You've read my backstory.
Yeah. But now you don't need her in that same way, so she's just thrilled to be able to take care of somebody. So yeah, she kind of goes to the kitchen and she pulls out some flour and some milk and some eggs. How's some eggs and pancakes sound, huh?
Coffee? And a smile.
Breakfast.
Of course. And she kind of leans over and slaps a button on this machine, and it starts like just percolating. Yeah, so she's making breakfast in the kitchen. What are the rest of you doing?
Shit. I guess I gotta face the music, eh? Yeah, so I guess I'll come downstairs like an hour or so later, because this is like pretty early.
Yeah, it's 9-ish about that point.
So yeah, I'm assuming that I'm gonna try to get as much shut-eye as possible so that I'm feeling spry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do my old guy stretching. You know, I gotta wake up every single joint individually. And then yeah, I'll come down and like
Kit's gonna be eating pancakes. Ooh, someone's in trouble.
Yeah, and it sucks. It sucks because like I enter the, and I'm so embarrassed, right? But I smell pancakes and I smell coffee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I've been like virtually homeless for a year. You know, this is like, so I'm so happy too. So I was like, just breathe it in. You know what I mean? I come downstairs and then it's just like I can hear her voice. It's just like that cold feeling.
Then it's
rushes down my body. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. And then I hear her laugh or something, and it's like,
you hear.
So I am going to I'm going to subtly and quietly just like kind of sit at the end of the bar, like closest to the wall in the corner, and just make myself kind of scarce in the hopes that I can scrounge some leftover food when people are not in the kitchen.
and she sees you.
Of course.
Must be Roof Boy.
I slept on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Is that? Yeah. Then yes, that's me.
Touch my shit again, you're gonna be sleeping 6 feet under, and I don't give a damn about your damn hook, okay?
Theo's just gonna be walking by the door. Got him.
Kit's gonna enjoy the banter because it's kind of happiness and
yeah.
chaos.
It's refreshing.
Yeah,
It is.
It's like a reward.
Yeah, I'll just I'm not gonna make any excuses. I was trying to protect Theo, and I keep forgetting that I don't have a hand anymore. That's on me. I don't have any money, but I can owe you one. You need something moved or a chore. You need someone, I don't know, pushed around. I'm in your debt.
Well, you're in luck and she comes over to Kit's face and just kind of like scrunches her curly hair. This one saved your ass. Now I do need you to move your ass down here and eat some pancakes.
Oh, I move way too quickly. The stool goes.
Kit's gonna pour Wayland a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that is like I just You know what I mean? Like real food. You know, human bodies. Wow. What a luxury. So yeah, I'm feeling like all warm inside, and I'm ready to what's the word? Perform my talents for the good of the group. I'm feeling inspired by everybody else's hospitality, and I wanna be a good old boy and do some good old hurts.
Good old hurts.
And is there any way, Theo, you don't happen to have like a punching bag or anything like that, would you?
Yeah, in the torture room, there's a guy.
Yeah, we just got one guy on rotation that we just hang from a hook.
Oh no, his name is
Talking
Sirkin.
about Sirkin that's sleeping in the.
I was sleeping in the room, in your safe room.
Oh. No, but we can get one ordered if you need one.
Yeah. So that if you don't have one, I'll like go to, I don't know, some kind of place. I'll grab some. I'll figure it out. I'll hit something if I gotta hit something. But...
That's kind of my job. That's all right. Just give me the money.
And I go to turn my pockets like.
I'll charge Theo.
As you're talking about sending him out for duties, that's when Sirkin walks into the room. If we're sending out errands, I also have one.
Oh, okay.
Smells like beef and cheese, and Kit picks up her plate, gives a nasty look to Sirkin, and starts cleaning it.
I'm still bloody. I didn't clean myself.
No wonder.
I also
beef and cheese.
I also didn't close the gash on my cheek, so that's infected.
It smells coppery.
Yeah.
I had enough time to bandage it. I just didn't wash it.
Punching bag. What do you need, Sirkin?
I need to send a message.
Oh.
So, I'm going to give you some envelopes and have you take them to the addresses. One of them, I'm sure, will reach Haven.
I can do that. You do realize how big a punching bag is, right?
You seem very fast.
I'll handle it. Don't. Okay.
Theo, is there a good florist nearby?
Yeah, Don Cucci's just down the road.
I'll be right
Don
back.
Coochies?
Don Cucci.
I was half expecting him to pull it out of his sleeve. But
Don
okay.
Cucci's.
Sirkin will leave while everybody's eating. And he'll leave and he'll come back with 4 sealed envelopes and with addresses on them and hand them Al.
All right, I guess I'll handle these first, and I'll tuck them away inside pocket.
For the record, the addresses are Jerry's Deli, and Kieran Gold's estate, and 2 safe houses that I know he has used in the past.
All right.
And if he opens one, I'll tell you what's inside.
Okay.
It's not my job to know.
And are they addressed to a person?
Yeah, they have. I've written Haven's name on them, and and there's a rudimentary clock drawn below his name.
Nice. Okay.
No, so that's my plan.
I'll get a cup of coffee.
Videos of Sirkin doing TikTok dances.
Stills, because there's no video. It's just
Yeah.
stills. It's a flip book.
That is so funny.
So while
It's
your
2
hand's doing
pages.
this,
It's 2 pages, and it's how many frames is that? Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? It's 6 pages.
hand drawn.
All right. So then you are. How do you have your hoverboard? Did you take it with you in the car?
Yeah, that thing's coming with me.
Okay.
I would have thrown it in the trunk.
off to make some deliveries of envelopes and find a punching bag.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Should have just
For
taken
the
the
power
truck.
up bands, you said they were like bracelets, like bracers kind of thing.
Yeah, they would slip around and they would rest about here on the forearms.
Okay, cool. So I guess I would have my wooden hand on, so I don't have anything to worry about as far as like getting it past an obstacle. Do I feel different when I have them on?
So you put it on, and just like Glass showed you, you kind of give a quick twist, and you can feel it tighten around like the width of your arm because they're big enough that most arms can fit through. And then as you tighten it, there's a slight purplish glow that activates around the center.
And like, is it like kind of a thing where I like feel like do I feel heavy? Do I feel light? Or is it just like feel like nothing?
You feel a little bit of the weight of the bands. They're not too heavy, but you do kind of feel them around. But it's not like you are surging with power.
Okay.
They don't like inject anything.
Okay. So there's no like electricity. I don't feel like my muscles tensing or anything like that. It's just like it's just gone zing, and it's just on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then for the time being, I'm gonna turn them off because I don't know if there's batteries. I don't know if they die. So I'll click them off, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait for the punching bag.
And it's an interesting note, because most things run on X. They're X powered. Instead of electricity, it's fueled X. Most things, once they're created, they don't die very often. Like, you're not always replacing batteries like we do today. They found a way to it kind of activates.
It's like fusion.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. That means that there should be X plasma rays coming out.
I'm just gonna turn one of these into a bomb. Let's go.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm good. I'm just waiting. I'm just resting, waiting to test these bad boys out before the fight.
So, Al, you jump on your hoverboard. And what do you want to do first? Take the envelopes, or?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try and hit these addresses up.
All
Since
right.
I know the fight's not till later tonight, so I'm not really worried about trying to haul around a giant, punching bag.
Right.
So I'll run over and deliver these little bits of information.
So Jerry's is in the deli. It's in that subway off of Pike Street, and so you would go down and drop it off. Oh, thank you. My name's Jerry, though. It's not Haven.
Yeah, look. I was told to bring it here. It's got the address. I don't know. Hold it for a guy.
All right. Well, if I see him, I guess I'll give it to him.
You're not paying for it, so don't worry about it.
All right. Have a nice day.
I forgot about that guy.
And then you take it over to Kieran's estate, which it's in the fancy part of town. This thing is a mansion. And it of course has like high security. It's like a fence area, and even from the fence you can't see the house.
Is there a mailbox?
There's a mailbox.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's a mailbox, but I'm just letting you know for the future.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm getting in there.
Oh yeah. There's some like green space between the road, the fence, and where the house is, and it's kind of tucked away back around it.
So
Small forest.
I'm Batman, but they're in Wayne Manor.
Yeah. So you can just leave it in the mailbox if you want.
I'm gonna say most places like that have like a little little sorting area, UPS, FedEx, and all that stuff kind of drop off. So yeah, I would know these kind of places. So I'll drop it off in there and be like, just chuck it. Be like,
and then the other two safe houses there's one that's like in a warehouse in the Iron Corners, and then another one that's in an apartment building on just the other side of town.
It's a lot of hovering around to do.
Yeah, you've been all over today. So that plus trying to find a punching bag. Where would you go for that?
I'm gonna try the second closest sporting goods store.
Okay, sporting goods store. Sure. Let me out that.
I'm sure you do. Hey, everybody plays sports there, boss. Sports are gone in this universe too.
There's no such thing as a basketball.
We still have
Wait, if we had to get rid of one sport, right?
I don't want to talk about it. It's
Well,
obviously
we're-
golf, but I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about
we're on a floating city. It's obviously golf.
Yeah.
You
We
should
don't
make that
have
too
green
hard of a
space for
golf.
that.
Yeah.
Imagine those golf courses. You just have little floating areas.
That's
Be
pretty
killer.
cool. Oh, you don't even do multiple. Sorry about this, but actually, you're doing lower stuff. So while you don't do 18 holes, you just sit at a
It's
tee
Top
off
Golf.
range,
It's
right?
Top Golf.
And then it changes. The
That's
topography
it.
of
There it
every
is. Yep.
hole changes.
That's
Neat.
what's up.
Oh,
Top
that's
Golf.
freaking cool.
And
Okay.
y'all were
rules.
so quick to just get rid of golf. Fools.
We fixed it. We made golf
Use
better.
tongue. Use tongue. All right, so you head to Rick's Sporting Goods, and it's a small little shop. It's a guy. He's even got some old like sport memorabilia, or like from the old world, like some old footballs and a basketball, and a lot of things that aren't played as often or in the same way that they were back then. But he's quite proud of it, and a lot of it's new and used, or I mean, most of it's used or like reselling. It's more of like a thrift shop but he specializes in sporting goods.
All right. So I need you got any like boxing stuff around? I know that's kind of a thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's a thing. People
maybe-
punch people, don't they? Yeah. Come with me, and he takes you back through the shop, through some aisles. Takes you to a back section where there are like gloves. There's like headgear. And in the corner, there's like kind of crumpled. There's an old punching bag.
So can I get that and some headgear? Like, do you got any like sparring headgear kind of things?
Oh yeah. I got what you need. And he grabs. Hey, what you need? 2, 3, 7. What you need?
We'll just get 2 for now. And then the bag.
You want the bag? You know how long that thing's been sitting there? You want that bag?
Well, I just need a bag.
What's inside it?
Ah, fuck if I know. Who knows? Who really knows?
God
what's
off.
inside
That's
of-
what I was going for.
So he tosses you the headgear, and he like drags it, and this thing, it's still got all the sand in it,
Sand.
and he's like dragging it, and there's a kind of a trail of sand behind it. Yeah, you got a truck?
Nope.
You know what? That sounds like your problem. So he like drags it to the front door. Yeah, just cash out first and get this thing out of my hair. Would love it, actually.
Well, I'll reluctantly pay for it with the money that Theo had given me the night before. I'm gonna keep this receipt though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then can I try and put it on my board and see if the board hits bottom, or if it's, or if it like redoes itself to stay level?
So you drag this thing, and how heavy are punching bags?
I
I
don't know. It
think that'd
depends
be
on,
a couple hundred pounds.
So yeah, they're hefty.
How
it depends
heavy
on what kind of bag you got.
are
Like
punching bags?
75?
Because I've had punching bags where I bear hug
Yeah.
and pick up a shoulder. I mean,
Oh, really?
Okay.
You can shoulder them.
I've never picked up I've like, last time I tried to lift a punching bag, I think I was like 12. You know,
now
felt
the like
possibly heavy.
Yes, it's like
Big,
70
like-
pounds.
Yeah,
gym
these
bag,
feel
like the
right.
big gym ones, they're
They're a little heftier, but I mean, yeah, they're only like 70, 80 pounds.
70 pounds. Okay, cool.
Yeah, 70 pounds for teenagers and beginners, 100 pounds for intermediate boxers, 200 pounds for heavyweight. Just so you
Damn.
know, internet.
I'm gonna destroy.
Hey, how did you find that
that
answer?
Yeah, how'd you find that answer?
What did you-
Dog pile.
Dog pile?
So, yeah, you drag this thing out, and your hoverboard is kind of floating about 2 feet off the ground. And you throw it on there, and it at first just hits the ground, but comes like an inch away from hitting the ground, and then raises maybe another foot off the ground.
I'm gonna say I weigh more than that, so if it can hold me, it can hold that. I guess I'll just walk it.
It's like walking your bike.
Taking
I
the
should have
truck.
picked a closer shop. Dang it! I didn't think this one was gonna have it.
So,
Whatever.
in order to do all of that, make those deliveries, and then get that thing, it's probably been an hour or two. So it's getting close to, I don't know, 2 o'clock by the time he gets back.
Do we remember what time the whistle blew in that shop before everybody left? Was it like around 5 or 6?
Yeah,
Sunset.
it was about sunset.
So-
Sunset. So,
Mhm.
depending on the season, we're up in the clouds.
Yeah.
Do you have seasons in the clouds?
Shit.
Good question.
Okay. Let's relax. Bozo, write that down for next time. We're going to. There will be a quiz.
Look,
I
I need
literally-
to
Put
know.
four in the
I need to
chat.
know the
They
seasons.
can answer right now.
I need the seasons. I need
Literally, using Building Made Simple by 225
Nice.
Games, I was going through one of the prompts, and one of the earlier questions is weather.
Do they-
So
do they have a
I
map
have
in there?
thought it through.
Kick
Uh,
ass.
Whoa!
Oh.
do they have a map in there though?
No,
Nice.
there's no fucking map.
Get his ass.
I'll work on it.
Look, myself and the audience want a map. All right.
Hey, the audience could draw one for us if you want.
What a cop out.
Okay. So you are. What's going on? Back on track.
Yeah, so
Making
we're
my
back
way
at the house.
downtown.
Walking
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 fast.
fast.
Hovering
Faces
fast.
past.
No, I'm not hovering.
your
I gotta
home.
walk this thing.
Oh, okay. And so yeah, you show back up to the house. You deliver the envelopes, and you had a puncture bag on your hoverboard.
All right. So, 1, Theo, you owe me some money. 2, Kit, this might need fixed up a little bit. Gesturing towards the sand that's slowly been just coming out of it.
It's like 20 pounds now.
Yeah, it's lost.
Work on
It's like 50
cars.
pounds now.
Again, do you know how to? I don't know how to sew. I don't know. I just assumed. Sorry, that's sexist. You fix things, so I figured you could fix things. Not the sewing part, but just the fixing.
Damn.
She's gonna roll her eyes. She's gonna roll her eyes. Tabitha, do you have needle, thread, toolbox?
Do you know how many
Super cool.
stitches I've had to use with a sewing kit? Yes. Be right back. She goes to the bathroom and grabs a sewing kit that she just ends up leaving in the restroom at this point.
I will roll crafts.
All right.
6.
Hell.
You actually-
brand new bag.
Yeah, you actually fill it with other things to make it a heavier, more durable bag.
Yeah. So
It's
Exactly,
made
I'm-
with love.
I'm gonna say that while you're like sewing this thing, you're getting a new understanding. Like your mind knows how things work and how they go together. And even though you're not used to working in this medium, it still applies. And so now you're like connecting dots in sewing, and even the chain, you could see that was going to be busted as soon as they try to hang it on anything. And so then you are able to fix that. And I'll even give you a boost next time you need to craft. You use crafts, you can, we'll call it expanded expertise. So you can feel free. That's a free invocation of an aspect.
And hold on, cars have upholstery. You're gonna tell me you don't do any upholstery work?
During the hour it took you to repair this, Al's just sitting in the back corner like, I'm not sexist.
I wasn't being a dickhead.
Are
Yeah, so now you have a
questioning my
functional-
skills.
No, I'm just. That's why you're good at it. Just-
Okay,
you
so
gotta work hard. Steal it.
I like nice. I do like a kind of like a respect kind of like bow to you a little bit, and then I grab it by the chain and I take it outside upstairs because I'm probably gonna make a mess.
I'm right hand man. Do you grab it with the hook?
My left hand. I got to do this for Austin.
This was Dell all last campaign with City of Mist. He had one hand and it wasn't his dominant hand. It's weird.
Yeah.
Can,
Okay.
Kit, follow Wayland up to the roof because she saw the bands and she was kind of interested in how they tick. So she kind of wanted to see that come full circle.
So clarify Theo for your place. He's outside, but on the roof, and he can hang a punching bag.
I figured.
Yeah, so like
I figured there was like
Theo's
some kind of covered part. Anyway, go on.
It's the cover part he slept in, right?
Theo's got like owns the building floor to roof. So like
Mhm.
downstairs is Max's, upstairs is his apartment, then there's still roof access.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So you get up there and you hang it on something that's on a roof.
Well, what I imagine, right? So like there's like typically you like go like in a building like that. There's like a entrance or whatever. It's the stairs come up.
Yeah.
And you go through the door,
Uh-huh.
right? And then like there'll be like an awning or a gazebo kind of thing for people to like be able to go upside and you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like it's like just like a little structure or a shack out there. Like I picture it's just like just like a covered area for people.
I get
to,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll hang it up and I'm gonna click them on. Boom, boom, and
you hear a
I'm
brief.
gonna take the wooden hand off and I'm gonna punch it with just the stump
Okay.
to try to like so I don't puncture the. To be just to reiterate as well, I've got like a metal, like it's like
that's
like
right.
a part that goes over so that I can
Yeah.
lock in the different
Mhm.
attachments. So it's just going to be like the reinforced like metal bit, as opposed to having literally just stabbing it on my first punch and not being able to determine the difference it feels.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll a fight against this punching bag.
Yeah, fuck it up.
It flies off the chains and hits the car across the street.
Are you fucking joking? I swear it's like oh, I'm bad at everything but fight. That's how it works. I got a +4 in fight. I rolled a fucking 3. I just got a 7. And then it's gonna be like, oh, tie your shoes. Oh, I rolled a 1. Fucking
You rolled 3 plus your 4.
yeah. I rolled a 7.
My God. Well,
I'm
with
trying to
the-
test
Whatever
out
these,
whether these
plus whatever these
work or
bands
not.
do.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out whether these work, and I just like punched fucking One Punch Man Saitama, this fucking all on my goddamn own.
well, you definitely did because it's gonna push you up to 8 with these bands.
Oh, it's +1?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll write that down.
So basically, they add a +1 to your punch and your strength. And Kit, as you're looking at these, go ahead and roll a perception or investigation if you want to try to actually look at them closely.
So it's a +1 to athletics and to fight.
Yeah.
Depending
on how you're using athletics.
Yeah.
-1.
So that's where it comes into play that while you're so good at mechanical things, anything with X, just you and X don't get along. And there's no like gears, there's no mechanical parts. It just looks like kind of a metallic thin band with a glowy line through the center of it. You can't figure it out.
She's gonna angrily like not angry at him, but like angry at like the thing,
Mm-hmm.
hand it back to him, be like, "This is stupid," and she's gonna go sit back and like
Pout.
watch him punch them. No, she's gonna punch. She's gonna punch the bag if she
Yeah, she
wants.
give it back.
Left in the bag.
Stupid bag.
But because you rolled that 8,
Yeah.
this thing, like all that great sewing that you just did, it ripped at like 20 other places on the seams, and sand went bursting, and the chain just snapped right where you'd fixed it. So it's on the ground and now bleeding out sand.
Kid's just gonna stare at Wayland.
What do you say? Fuck
They
you,
work.
foe?
Hey, you know what? Maybe she wasn't that good at sewing to begin with.
So yeah, I think they work.
You must be getting old if you think. You can't see, huh?
Thank you for putting this together, and I'm sorry that they worked so well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm ready to put on a show for that fight ring, and I kind of punch my stump with my fist, as if there was a fist there.
Are the bands on?
Oh no!
Other hand explodes.
But wouldn't I get a +1? Wouldn't I get a +1 to resist it as well?
That's true.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for your physique. So like your ability to take hits remains the same. But I'm
Okay,
kidding.
copy,
You don't do damage. But okay. Are
okay,
we doing
that was-
anything else before tonight?
That experiment was a success. I think that all that's left for me to do now is to shower, put the mask back on, and wear my darkest trench coat.
Kit's gonna find Tabitha because Kit has nothing to wear because these clothes are not fight types of clothes, I'm guessing.
But you know who we do know that can make some really good clothes?
Just
Another
gotta
rush
call
job.
upon him.
So you go into Tabitha?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tabitha?
Yeah, darling, what do you want?
I need something to wear tonight. Where is there something in the closet that
Yeah, come with me. And she takes you into Liana's old bedroom. And it's pretty sparse at this point. She took most of her belongings. She didn't have a lot that she brought here in the first place, but there's some clothes that she left. Hold on. She couldn't take everything to the dorm, obviously. So she pulls out an old box and opens it up. Let's see. We need something that says, don't fuck with me, right?
yes?
And she sifts through and, what about this? What about this? And she pulls out this studded leather jacket.
Kit's gonna take off her dad's coat and hand it to her and take the jacket and I guess put it on. And I'm guessing it fits a lot better than her dad's jacket.
Yeah. And she takes the jacket and like sensed how you handed it to her, and kind of just folds it up and places it on a shelf. It's right there whenever you need it.
She's going to Kit's going to reach over to Tabitha and just squeeze her shoulder of just like a thank you without saying anything. And I guess Kit's gonna rummage through some more stuff to probably try to find maybe an all black attire, I guess.
Yeah.
We're just going for it.
So you're going black grunge chic.
Yeah.
Do the rest of you change for tonight's events, or just wear your normal go-tos?
I got my go-to. I'm just gonna.
You just said the same thing twice for Theo, so.
Yeah, Sirkin actually. So after sending the Aaron out, he went home to clean up, take a shower, do all that stuff. Get another one of his red suits. So
It's
he's
just
looking
a bunch of red suits in the
Yeah.
closet.
Yep.
Like a cartoon kid, like Bart Simpson.
Yeah, exactly. He's got black shirts, red suits, gold tie. All that is his when he's out in public. But
chic.
well, we would like. I want this moment of like, you know, the foggy bathroom mirror out of the shower, suits hanging up behind him, and you just see that he's holding these like thin, kind of small throwing knives, and he's looking at himself in the mirror, and he holds his arm up, and he puts them in. He like sheathes them into his arm.
Into his actual skin?
Into his skin.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Like you would a safety pin.
Yeah.
Just pierce it through so it stays. He just in a little, out a little, slides it, and then he wraps his arm.
And they're thin and small?
Yeah.
What the fuck, Sirkin?
You're on timeout.
I don't know if I can get weapons into the place we're going.
All right.
And then he wraps that up and ties it off and gets dressed, and he grabs the book. He's got his not so good, but also now the expert knots book, not so bad.
Nice.
And his book on brains. And he takes those with him and calls a cab to bring him back to Theo's.
We decided we were not going to show up together, right?
Yes, we were kind of just showing up whenever. Like, I was gonna stake it out. Additionally, again,
I assumed we'd hit the rendezvous, and then as we did the first night, and then make our way separately inside from there.
I think that's fair. No, I don't like it. I don't want to be just like standing around and possibly be seen. Like I like after you said that Gold already knows that I'm alive, like I don't trust that there aren't eyes everywhere. So I would just leave like sometime before sundown to give me an adequate enough time to like enter when I see a crowd or enough people that I can just like enter with.
Okay. So you're going on your own. The rest of you are going together?
I'll go before everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, Theo's got a facade. He's got to go as a spectator.
And Kit, you're going with?
I guess Theo. Because it's not like I haven't already been seen with Theo, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. And Sirkin?
I'm going with Theo and Kit.
Okay. So a little before sundown, you both, Al and Wayland, make your way towards the tallest smokestack in the Iron Corners that Al had previously scoped out. And once again, at about sundown, you hear a whistle go off, and slowly but surely, a lot of the workers are exiting the facility. Except this time, rather than have like a door slightly ajar, you just see somebody like completely throw open the truck door, and they're not wearing like their coveralls that they might normally be wearing for work, but they're just in their regular street clothes, and they're just hanging out by the door. After a few minutes, you start to see people trickle in, and then it becomes more of a crowd start to just pile through that door.
That's where I would like to get in with a crowd.
Okay. So you kind of get into the crowd, and you're seeing a mix of people. There's big behemoth of individuals. There's some slighter individuals. There's some younger, cleaned up people. People in nice suits. People looking like they're rare and ready to go. And
are there any other people like in masks, like that are clearly fighters? Or
yeah,
is this
there's a
all
few.
spectators? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, maybe I do stick out actually.
Yeah, there's a few people with masks. Some people are like carrying a mask, or they like didn't realize they should be wearing it already. That way it kind of hides their identity. Like, oh shit.
You just see people.
Right. Some people have like nice.
It's that
cool
kind
masks.
of party.
Some people just kind of threw a bag over their head, cut 2 eyes out.
That's pretty cool.
Batman.
Yeah,
The paper
basically.
bandit.
Mm-hmm.
You can call me boxed lunch.
Al, are you going with the crowd as well?
Yeah, I'll go with the crowd. This kind of.
So as you guys are walking in, previously you saw those people take that stairway on the left all the way down to that boiler room. But this time the crowd is kind of funneling towards a freight elevator, and it's a fairly large freight elevator. And some people opt to take a stair or two, but they want the main of the crowd to take this giant freight elevator. So you pile in with a bunch of people, and at this point they've got kind of some like music playing through the freight elevator. This no longer feels like a working factory, and now kind of starts to feel like an underground club in its vibe. And people are like excitedly chittering about the fight, or some people are just like stoically in the corner psyching themselves up. And as this thing lowers down, screeches down towards the lower level, you go about 4 floors, and then it opens up to that massive boiler room. There's still, like I said, some utilitarian aspects on the sides. There's boilers and a lot of heavy pipes that go high above the ceiling, but at the center is this large boxing ring, and bleachers that have now been set up. And Al, when you saw it yesterday, it was still being set up. They still had some things that they needed to do, but now they've got like lights, like uplighting the areas from the sides of the rooms. They've got big bright lights right above the center arena, and just straight across from the arena and above, there is like an upper viewing deck, almost like it might be an area where the foreman would watch this area. But it's a little more open than that. It's almost like a large balcony. And there you can see, if you got closer, you can maybe make out some individuals. But as you're coming in there, it's kind of the crowd is bisecting a bit. You've got somebody in the middle. Fighters to my right, spectators to the left. Come on in. Keep it moving, guys. Keep it moving. You can make bets across the other side of the room. Pay at the table. And you do see that people are like having to stop and pay entry, but then they are either going towards fighter registration or just going towards the general seating.
I guess I'll give him a stack of cash so he can at least enter in.
Oh, do I have to pay to enter? Well, I guess yeah. I'll pocket the money just in case. And you know what? Actually, though, like because he would have been trained, like if not directly below me, then like by the people that I've trained. Like I feel like a hand go into my pocket, right? Mm-hmm. And like I don't flinch. I don't look. I know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
That rules.
So I guess when I get to the front of the line, do they make me pay as a fighter?
Yeah, you have to pay like as a registration fee.
Okay. Then.
And so you come up and there's this husky woman, and she's got a mohawk, and she's like taking down names. All right, next.
Oh shit. Did we land on a name? Oh my god. Don't tell me.
No.
All right, 100 credits to register. Give me a name.
Wait. Okay, I'm gonna roll, and if I roll like above a 2, I'll remember that the claw is the cool one. If I fail that, it will be Captain Hook.
Okay.
Yes.
Captain Hook.
She starts right, Captain. Oh! And like she looks up from her clipboard for the first time and like up downs you. All right. Sign this waiver. That's for when you die, you don't sue us.
Okay. And then I give the most fucking like 7-year-old signature.
Some X's.
Stupid fucking hand. And I'm so embarrassed I slide it forward. And then I want to make a really serious face to contrast this childish writing. Like, yeah, that's my writing. What?
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that, but that's my vibe. I'm committed to this. Yeah, that's me. You have a problem?
All right. Go wait in the tank. And they'll explain how this is gonna work.
Okay, thank you.
And she ushers you towards there's a side room that's not in this area that someone has crudely like spray painted the tank above the door, and it's open. It's like this set of double doors, and there's this big individual who's standing at the doors, and he up downs you, just like gestures while he huffs towards in there.
Okay, sure, yeah, I follow.
And you go in, and there's just kind of this line of long benches along the wall, and then there's another door at the other end of this area. And as you're getting there, you see some other people that are sitting in there, and some are like getting warmed up. Most everybody's got a mask. There's a few that like felt like they didn't need one because they're feeling tough. You see some people that are they look afraid. Like, they look like they don't want to be here, but they need the money, so they're trying anything they can.
Okay.
The rest of you, when you gave Alsvid and Wayland a chance, but how long before you show up?
I don't know. Theo's not going to waste a whole lot of time. He's a busy man. He'd probably get there a half hour before the event is supposed to... Oh, I guess we don't have a set time. I don't know. We'd probably give it 15, 20 minutes for them to kind of do their thing, and then you just follow suit. Once the crowd starts kind of like pouring in, Theo wouldn't be the first one there.
Right. So as you all are walking in, you see all the same things. You're ushered towards the freight elevator, and you get kind of crowded in with some other people. And you make your way down, and you have to pay entry.
You pay.
Okay. I didn't know if anybody had any issue with that.
Nope.
And then you're guided towards the spectating area, which is just basically they lead you towards the bleachers. There are betting tables on the other sides of the arena. And then there's also like someone's opened a bar and they're selling drinks at a few different stations around the room.
I have to go to the betting table immediately. It's too tempting. I have to go. Like, it's at this moment. So since we left, Sirkin has not stopped looking at Kit. His eyes are on Kit at all times. And we walk into this room, and there's either follow Kit with his eyes, and then he sees there's the betting table, back and forth, and then he goes to the table.
Yeah, and so there's a little bit of a line. There's a few stations, but eventually you make your way to the front. All right, who are you betting on? And you see above them, there's like this chalkboard. And as names are getting registered, you see somebody coming over and like adding names. You see a few names above the bottom. Captain Hook.
So embarrassed.
You see some other like stupid names, like the Purple Avenger. You see one called Nightwing. which is interesting. And then some are just like, Dave.
Are there any odds listed? Like, are they free writing odds anywhere?
Because these people are there's a few that have maybe won a fight in the past, and so you might make more on them. I
want to place one bet on Captain Hook, and I'm going to place another bet on whatever the biggest long shot is.
Dave.
Dave. Yeah, it's for sure Dave.
No, it's Batwing.
Dave versus Slaughtergeist.
Definitely Slaughtergeist is on the list.
Slaughtergeist.
Okay, so how much are you betting on Dave and how much are you betting on Captain Hook?
Man, we still haven't figured out money. I would let's just say I bet more than I bet too much on Captain Hook and more than I can afford on Dave.
Okay, so
ethereal about it.
That's like, so vague but so specific.
Right, yeah, that's kind of...
I mean, think of a number. You guys know what it is.
Yeah, let's just be clear that if Dave loses, I'm going to be in debt to these people that I cannot pay. And I do not see a problem with that.
Okay, so we're going to bet 5,000 credits on Dave.
Awesome.
And...
$6.
And more on Captain Hook?
No, less on Captain Hook.
Less on Captain Hook. So
he did, like I'm going for the long shot odds for the 5,000. So for Captain Hook, if I'm doing 5,000, I do like half that on Captain Hook.
Okay, it's 2,500 for Captain Hook.
So I'm 7,500 in on this event.
Oh God!
Watch it be like a freaking what's it called? Battle Royale style. Which is all in. You're gonna lose money no matter what.
What are the rest of you doing as you are coming in?
Theo would get a drink and then probably also go bet on Captain Hook.
I'm watching the crowd for that one person that I may or may not try to nick something from.
Okay. First of all, T, how much are you betting on?
I think he would probably. So, how is this? Does Sirkin like actually write his name in the bet, or because I feel like Theo would be an asshole and then just double whatever his bet was, so he could hold it over his head when he wins. That he's twice as good.
Sure. Okay, so you're betting $5,000 on Captain Hook.
And this is when Austin's rolls fail us.
Yeah, my rolls are not. You know, if I say these are all for fight rules, this is for fight. Listen, we're fighting only. We're not trying to be sneaky. We're not picking locks. We're just punching. Okay, thank you.
We punch good. We
punch
hard.
Is there like a restroom or some area to like get away for a private second?
Yeah, there are some. Yeah, there's 2 restrooms.
Oh, I might regret this so hard.
Oh yeah.
But I go into the bathroom and I pull out my eye drops. But while I was at home, I put the new stuff in my eye drops.
Oh shit.
X-ray vision, X-ray vision.
So I know what it does to me naturally. And I'm like such a do or die. I feel like as far as so many people, so many things can happen. Let's just see what happens. And
laser
so
eyes.
I drop the X in my eyes.
All right, so normally when you use the eye drops, they give you like this hyper perception of micro ticks of person, so you can really read them, right?
Yeah.
So as you put this new untested formula for yourself into your eyes, this feels different. It burns more than the others have, and this time, rather than just your pupils kind of spiraling out, they dilate to the point that your entire eye is black.
Kick ass.
And at first, like there's a few other individuals. It's crowded in this bathroom, and you are like starting to pick up on everything, like the sweat dripping from somebody, and somebody like didn't jostle enough, so they had a bit of pee on their leg.
Hate when that happens.
Yo, did you guys ever see Over the Hedge with like the
Yes.
I fucking
it's
love
like
that
you know
movie.
when they give the cracked out squirrel
The Red Bull,
the
yeah.
time stops?
That's
So, like,
such a
one
good
moment
pull.
is 1,000 moments for him.
Yeah.
You pop it in your eyes and it hurts, and you open them and it's like
That's
No
such a
one's
good
moving.
pull. Holy fuck.
That's awesome.
And not only visually, but now you're starting to like hear the heartbeats
Oh.
of people as they come near you, like come to wash their hands next to you. You can hear like the racing, boom, 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 and you can even tell, oh, that guy has a heart murmur.
Damn.
And you're picking up on everything, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, I'm gonna miss this whole exchange.
You're gonna
Oh!
No, I mean, we'll see what happens. We're not stopping there. We'll stop soon. We're stopping soon. But
You really segued like that was going to be a Cliffy.
no, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll see what
that
happens.
seems cool now. We'll
I
see what
am.
happens in
Yeah,
a minute.
I
Has
imagine this whole time
overstimulates.
I'm like death gripping like the sink that I'm in front of, like as I'm waiting it to reassemble my control.
And you can even like notice the guy in the mirror like glancing down at your white knuckling this sink, and he just like quickly just wipes his hands on his pants and leaves.
Is either Uriah or Kieran here?
So as you're looking around, you can roll a perception check.
That's a thing I do. Plus, that's a -1, so that's just gonna be a +1 total.
It's pretty crowded now that the crowds have gotten in here, and the bleachers are starting to fill up. There's that like there's some hype music that are just keeping the energy like lively. Yeah.
I just want to clarify, this is a organized event by the terrorist group, not by the Golds, right?
You don't really know who organized the group.
Oh, this does. Oh, that's right. We found a piece of paper with the eye, and then
Mhm.
this was separate.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, for some reason in my memory, I connected it
I
and
keep
had the
doing that
eye on the
too.
poster as
Yeah.
well. Okay,
That's what
okay.
I did when we first came back to. I was
Yeah.
like,
Okay, copy.
But T, because of it's you, I'll even allow you to roll a connection to see if there's any
Okay.
individuals. Because you don't see Uriah, you don't see Kieran.
That is a +4 total.
Yeah, but you start to recognize some individuals.
Is his ex here?
Is what?
Is his ex here? Do you remember the lady
Molly.
that he's got a date with in 2
I have
days?
a hard time believing Molly would be.
Oh,
in this
Molly?
event.
Yeah, Mal.
Yeah.
No, you don't see Molly.
The fuck's
but,
Molly doing here?
but you do see you see some other individuals that you've come in contact with. People probably on the Gold's payroll. You see. Actually, let me think.
The reason I ask is Theo is going to be sitting probably behind or as close to as many big wigs as possible. Like any, I guess underground is saying higher up is kind of counterproductive, but
A lot of the big wigs, if there were big wigs, would be in the upper deck, the viewing deck.
gotcha. I picture this like OG, like everybody's on the floor.
Most people are, but there is a raised platform above. But it's interesting, as you're looking around and you're recognizing a few individuals, you catch a glimpse of a purple streak in some hair.
Oh, that bitch. Well, that catches Theo's attention. That's where Theo's heading.
And she's, as you're coming up behind Liana, and she's talking with this taller kind of muscular, dark-skinned individual. He's got his hair in some locks. He's wearing like this muted tank with a bunch, like too many necklaces and too many bracelets. And they're just like both enjoying a drink, and she's laughing and like touches his arm.
So this is who you're spending your time with.
What? Yeah, Jesus! Uncle Theo, what the hell are you doing here?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. Seems a little out there for your tastes.
Did you forget?
Race is confirmed.
My dad used to work down here. He took me to the fights all the time.
And Theo is gonna introduce himself to this individual, and I'd like to roll something to see if Theo has an idea of who he's with, or more importantly, who he may be associated with.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
It's 2 pluses and a minus, so +1. What am I rolling? I guess that'd be investigate to kind of like try to look over his body to see if he has any. So that'll be a 3 total.
3 total. So as you're like eyeing this guy, do you introduce yourself? Do you?
Oh yeah, he introduced Theodore Maxwell. I am Liana's godfather.
Oh, nice. And he goes like, gives you a knuckle.
No. Gentlemen introduce themselves correctly, and Theo holds his hand out still.
Hey, all right. You know, man, I don't judge. And he like grabs it with both hands. He's like, Vox, so nice to meet you. And he like makes like 2 direct eye contact. And you see him, he doesn't have like any markings that would tie him to any sort of thing. He has like some tattoos on his arms,
but no rings on his fingers, no gold memorabilia,
nothing to mark him to gold. No eye with a cross on it, no Sigurd's Reach. He's got this wide smile, and he's just like,
you know Liana from school, or are you a part of her extracurricular activities?
We actually met, and she's like, he was doing poetry at Greenstem. He's got a way with words. That's why they call me Vox, you know. And he was just laying down some really nice, powerful messaging, and I just had to talk to him after, and so
that's fantastic. So just
quick question.
Yeah.
Is Kit involved in this? Like, is she standing there, or did you walk away?
Did you get ditched?
Would you have followed Theo? Because Theo would have
probably. I'm not going to be by myself here. Okay, so can I? Can I use a fate point to do a stun?
Yeah. What's the stun?
The Lie Whisperer. So +2 to empathy when discerning or discovering lies. But I can't be in. I just have to be observing.
Okay.
I can't be involved. So I kind of want to like feel out Vox, and they're kind of like if they're lying about like things. Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Where are you though? Like, are you there next to Theo, or are you like hiding in the background?
I'm like standing like behind Theo, but like you know, looking around my like surroundings, things like that.
Crowd watching.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So you want to kind of get a read on him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So go ahead and roll.
It's a 3 + 2, so a 5.
So from his story of how they met at the cafe, he was doing like some slam poetry, and he seems very genuine in everything he says. Like, even when Theo like tried to knock him down a peg, he didn't like take any offense, and he was just like there and almost like, hey, that's how you express yourself. I'm here for that. I honor that. But you do catch that over Theo's shoulder when you approach, he like sees your face and like looks up at your hair. And for a quick glimpse, there's a slight bit of fearful recognition. But then he just like breezes through it and takes a sip of his drink. It's so nice to meet you, Mr. Theo. For real.
Pleasure's all mine. Just, man, it's been a weird couple days. What's your opinion on this? What's it called? The Knights of Axiom. And Theo wants to get a feel of how he responds.
You know, in my time here on this planet,
Not on the planet, but go on.
All right, respect that. I
hate this person.
I just feel that, you know, we should be exploring, like, when and where we can be our best selves. And, you know, I don't know much about it, but I don't know that they're doing it in the right way. But I guess we'll all see how it pans out. I just don't want anybody to get hurt, because that looks pretty crazy.
It is pretty important for you to be able to express yourself, work towards changing the world. But like you said, it's very important to, and he's going to look directly over at Liana, to make sure that nobody gets injured in these situations, huh?
Would Kit recognize Leona?
Yeah, you unmasked her.
More importantly, would she recognize her outfit?
That's a good question.
Yeah, maybe when she turned around, she's just like sees her old jacket.
You wear my clothes, Pit?
Okay. Weird. Because before you slammed her to the ground like 2 days ago, and you weren't part of like the kidnapping because you left with Sirkin, but you were there, and I think, yeah, she probably recognized you and you recognize her.
Okay.
Well, listen.
I think by then Kit would just like be looking at Theo like, because she doesn't understand the connection.
Oh, that's right.
She left before that all went down. So
well, you would have just heard Theo call her god, or call her his goddaughter. So you'd have a closer connection, but yeah, probably still very confused on why you hit her or attacked her 2 days ago.
Was that conversation in the thing, or was that after?
No, like
just
Theo
just
just
said
said
right
something
now.
to Vox about.
Oh yes.
being-
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
But because of your stunt, Kit, he, as much as he's like trying to like focus on Theo and Liana, he does keep like glancing back at you.
Can I roll to see if I pick that up?
Sure.
Plus. Perception is a 1, so that's 4.
Yeah. You notice that he's like glancing behind you.
Oh, Theo's
but
here
you haven't-
starting a scene already. So you recognize Kit? Where do you know her from?
Oh, no, we never met. Hey, Vox, nice to meet you.
Kit's gonna look at his hand,
Ice cold.
and she's gonna like
Yeah.
push it down.
Lying says a lot about an individual's character. But with that being said, I will leave you to your evening. Make sure you get her home safe, because would hate to have somebody knock on your door to find out where she is.
No, it's not even like that, Mr. Theo. We're just good friends. I just really enjoy her energy, and we have a lot in common, and we see this world in very similar ways. And he's like looking down at Liana, and like she's like
How
trying to
pissed
say,
is she right now?
she's not. She's like agreeing, like, yeah, we do, we really do.
Oh, I just meant, is she pissed that Theo is there?
Oh, she's annoyed, but this is a public fight, so it's like with your connections, it kind of makes sense. And yeah, she just doesn't want you to be around. Did you follow me here? Is that why you're here?
I've got associates involved, but that's neither here nor there. Tabitha invited you to dinner on Sunday, so maybe you should make an appearance for a change. And Theo is gonna head back towards the ring.
You guys have a good night. Don't explode with excitement. And she's gonna turn and walk with Theo.
Awesome.
And Theo will be sitting courts or ringside, by the way.
Okay. So as you're taking your seats, and you feel the lights all around the room like shift color. They shift from like this kind of lighter blue colors and different greens when everyone was funneling in to this deep red. And the lights above the arena turn off. And there's just one single spotlight. And
Give us your best Bruce Buffer.
yeah.
And now,
Not too good though, because they do copyright all that stuff.
And you see this individual come out, and he's wearing a nice suit. It would be nice except for the sleeves have torn off. He's wearing like a tie, but without the sleeves.
Oh
on
god,
his
this is a
jacket.
tool. Jesus Christ.
And he said, "Who's ready for a fight?" And everyone roars, and you see some people like rushing to the bleachers and like coming from the bar, and like people quickly placing their final bets. It's like, "Welcome to the Iron Corners!" And he goes over to one of the corners of the fight ring, and he just like slams on it, and it is made of iron. And while this district is called Iron Corners, one of the staples of it there are periodic fights in this area, and this is where people get beat to shit. And it's the great equalizer of the city, because rich, poor, big, small, they come and they duke it out, and everyone puts on a great show. He's like, "But we've got an extra special night for all of you," and he points up to this giant iron cage. It's hanging suspended above the arena, and it's not just hung on chains. There are almost large hydraulic connectors at the four corners of the room that are shifting or like connecting to this cage. It's like, "Thanks to our great patron of the evening," and a spotlight kind of turns up towards the viewing deck, and you see someone kind of step into the light, and they've got this iron mask, Dr. Doom-esque, if you will, and they've got this long slicked back hair, and they're wearing a suit, but except for the mask, they look rather well dressed.
Can I roll lore or connections to see if I would know who it would be?
Sure.
With connections, that makes it a 6.
So for you, the rest of you want to roll lore as well? Anybody that can see?
Am I out of the bathroom?
Yeah.
I see everything.
God, how does this affect my perception?
It's kind of like you can see everything all at once. It's getting hard to discern the individuals beyond all the noise. And at first you could, when you first put it in, like you were kind of able to pinpoint. It was a smaller crowd, but then as it's gone longer, a few minutes later, it's almost like this static of too much to notice all at once, and so you just can't notice anything in particular. And it's almost kind of causing trouble to even get through the crowd. If you're trying to make your seat, it would kind of affect your ability to walk because you're noticing like, don't want to step over that crack in that cannon. And you're like dodging people coming your way, and you're picking up on these little conversations. Yeah, so you can feel free to roll lore if you want.
I got I got 4 for perception.
Okay.
But you want me to, do you want me to do lore?
No, perception's fine. Perception's
okay.
fine.
I got a -2.
Okay. That tracks.
Who's the supervillain?
And Al, what did you get?
For lore or perception, which one?
Either or.
Perception is a 3.
All right, so, Kit, you've never seen this person in your life. You've never been on this ring of humanity here in Aurora. Sirkin, you said you got a 4?
Yeah. Not counting whatever bonus for my drops. Or disadvantage from my drops, whichever way you want to slide it.
Well, the way I was thinking for it mechanically, if I can step in, like maybe he takes a mental stress, but he gets a crazy bonus to something like that.
Yeah, I'll take
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, go ahead and mark a mental stress. I like that.
Bam.
Mark a mental stress because it's a bit much, but because the lights and the energy is focused on this person, like you look up and you've seen them before. In this setting, anyone has rolled a 4. You've seen them in this setting, or you're familiar with them, because even on the flyer, there is, like I said, there's a masked individual, and it looks very much like this person. It's almost like these fights are supported by this kind of angel investor kind of way.
Interesting choice of words.
Yeah. But Theo, there's something about him that looks very familiar. Just his stature, his hair. But what really clinches it is when someone like passes him a microphone. I just want to thank y'all for joining us tonight. And as soon as you hear that voice, you're like,
It's Orville Peck. Sorry. I'm so fucking sorry, dude.
You're done. Goodbye.
Voted off the island.
You would recognize all these things put together as Ren Jebsen.
Oh, ye fucking ha, dude.
Ren Jebsen. WRENJEBSON. And while he might wear a mask here in the fights to obscure his identity to a point, you would recognize him as the arch luminary of engineering.
Ooh.
Doggy.
Theo takes out his notebook and writes that down.
I just wanted to thank y'all for coming this evening. We've got a hell of a fight planned. Me and my team have been stepping things up a notch. And as the first fight of the season, I'm excited. Or that's a lie. Backtrack that. That's not true. Not canon. Not first fight of the season. As a first fight under these new circumstances, I think you'll find that we added a few toys. Hope you guys have a good time. Place your bets. And everyone claps. And the announcer, thank you! So, who's ready for the first bout? Everyone's roaring. And that's where we're going to take the end of tonight's episode. Whew.
Oh boy. I'm hyped for all the carnage for next episode.
Let's go.
Can you imagine
Have fun
having
writing me off for 2 episodes.
So, T, you're not able to join us the next 2 episodes? Or 1 or 2, depending.
I'm out next Saturday.
Thursday. It's next Thursday. It's Thursday. Yeah, you're gonna miss a hell of a fight.
Also, be gone.
What? You'll be gone too?
This story's about to get real intimate, guys.
All right.
Let's
Sirkin
do
and
it.
Kit hanging out.
Watching
buddy
a fight.
cop movie you never wanted. Awesome. Well, all of you, thank you for hanging out tonight. This was fun, and I'm really excited for next episode. If you enjoyed it, whether you're watching back or listening on podcasts, let us know in the comments below, or tell a friend, bring a friend to the chat live on a Thursday night here on Twitch, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, and we can hang out with the chat with you and watch this train wreck happen in front of our own eyes. But until next time, I'm Bozer.
I'm Josh.
I'm here.
I'm Britt.
I'm Austin.
I'm T.
And you just keep geeking out.
Geeking out.
Good night.
Night.